Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick little video update. I came home for lunch today because I'm working on my listing over on Westminster and getting it ready to go for this week because it does have to get listed and it does have to get sold. So I took a little bit of a break to be able to come home here, and I wanted to give you just a little bit of an update on medical things because, as you know, I've been in the emergency room for the last 4 days, back and forth and back and forth. So today, finally, I had a chance to be able to trigger my medical teams to help them, to have them start getting ready to look at what's going on with me. I have blood clots that have formed in both lungs. And so they're trying to figure out, okay, where did these blood clots come from? What's going on? All of that stuff. And so tomorrow I have another medical appointment with the ER. After going to the ER doctor, you got to go follow up with, or going into the emergency room, you got to follow up with the ER doctor outside of the ER. I have that meeting, and we're going to start diving into all of that to try to figure that out. I notified my team up in Toronto General that, hey, there's blood clots forming in my lungs, which are not necessarily a good thing. And so they're now triggered as well, too, and they're going to start working together with the doctors down here. And then my cardiologist here in town is Dr. Glanz, and I notified his office here today as well, too. So they'll start working on it as well. Yesterday, I worked the whole day. It was a very tough job. We started cleaning out the estate on Riverside Drive that's going to be listed. Trevor and Terry were there with me. And today, Terry is going to be working with me over on Westminster. I'm heading over there now after coming home for lunch. Starting to try to take a little bit of time for me. I had some new signs as well, too. I just shot a video about the new signs. Travis Sartori just called me. He's another fellow realtor in town. I just happened to be driving along and seen his mugshot on the back of a bus, so I just happened to call, and he called me back. We chatted for a little while. You know, relationships in this real estate business are everything. And he's got a new listing coming up on Edward in Riverside as well, too. So we were just chatting about new listings and business and kids and all of that stuff. So it's all good. People ask me where I wanted to go with this video. People ask me all the time, Brian, you know, how can you function kind of in a way with all of these serious medical things going on with you? And you just do is the answer. For some reason, I can just block them out and not worry about them. Are they on my mind? Sure. Was yesterday a very, very difficult day? Absolutely, yes. But we have good days and bad days in life anyway. And I'm above ground. Yes, there's blood clots on my lungs. The medical team will figure out how in the heck they got there. They'll figure out what to do with them. And I just have to trust that I just stay focused on helping people. That's what I'm here for. That's always been what I've been here for. Ever since I had the first, it was funny. When I first presented, so two things. The first thing was, it was funny when I first presented over to Tecumseh Clinic. That was the first time I had ever walked in there, and he was very efficient. They were very good. I was really surprised. I was impressed. And the doctor comes in and he said to me, geez, I need to send you to the hospital. And I said, geez, what's going on? He said, well, you have end-stage cardiovascular disease. And I said, and he was not prepared for this, but I said, yeah, I've had end-stage cardiovascular disease for the last 45 years. It's been the longest going away party on the planet. And my goal is to make it 46, 47, 48, and 49, and 50 years. And I think I'm going to do it. And he looked at me just kind of dumbfounded, like, oh my gosh, how do you do this type of thing? And I said, it's just one day at a time. I just go help people. And the rest of it just takes my mind off of it. So part of the reason I like to work is just because if I'm working, I'm not thinking. Or I'm thinking about business. how do I do the next piece of business? And that's all good. So I have this ability to be able to block it out somehow. I can actually take my hat off since I'm here at home having lunch, but I don't know exactly how. I mean, my diagnosis with diabetes, that did bother me quite a bit. And this does bother me, but I also trust in the medical team that they're going to figure out, okay, what's going on, and I'm still alive. I mean, yeah, there were some different things that weren't exactly the most pleasant yesterday. I'm back up again today. I got up at 6. I went to bed. I crashed last night, 10 o'clock. Got up at 6:30, got started with my day, and I'm just moving through them. I'm just helping the two families that have entrusted me, hey, Brian, can you help me? So the answer is yes. And they're getting 125% of me because it's work. It's got to be done. These houses have to be cleaned out and listed. So that's how it is with me. It's just a little different. And yeah, but we all have challenges. I mean, just because I have a lot of them on my shoulders, with the blood clots, again, I said to God, I said, well, okay, put them on my shoulders. Because apparently I can deal with it okay. So I'm going to get back out there and get back to work, cleaning out Westminster here. But I'm doing okay. And I don't know. I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I block it out. It just is. I guess I've just been living it with it for so long. Lastly, the other thing to share with you is that every doctor I talk to, they're just amazed. They're so surprised of the diagnosis. And they're so surprised that I caught it. And all it was for me, it wasn't shortness of breath or anything else. Wasn't having any of those problems. Yesterday I did. Today I probably will because I'm really working pretty freaking hard. But for me, it just was an unpleasantness. It's just a little unpleasant. Like a level 1 or level 2 grade chest pain. That's all it was. And it would get a little bit worse as the day went on. So I'm okay, it's kind of getting a little worse as the day goes on. And I had it for about a week and a half. And all it was, to be honest with you, was I was over at the post office and chatting with the person at the post office. And she said, something's on your mind. I said, yeah, I'm just a little bit of low-grade chest pain. It's nothing serious. It's just low-grade chest pain. And I'm trying to block it out. And she said, well, you should go over to the clinic across the street, to ComeSay Clinic. And I said, yeah, but I don't want to waste my whole day. I've got some stuff to do. I had an offer presentation at 7 o'clock, and it was like 4:45. And she says, oh, no. They're very, very quick over there. So I'm like, okay, if they're that quick, I guess I'll go over there. That's all that started it, was just the concept of it's a little bit unpleasant. And by going over and talking to him and then his reaction, oh my God, you've got end-stage cardiovascular disease. You need to go right away to the emergency room. He was getting ready to call the ambulance. And I said, no, you don't understand. I'm not taking an ambulance. You can go ahead and call an ambulance all you want to. You're not putting me in an ambulance. I'm not going. I'll get there tonight. I guarantee you, because you're a doctor saying I need to get there. So I will get there. I just have an offer presentation that I've got to get done at 7 o'clock and won that offer presentation, as you know, because you've been watching here. And so then I went to the emergency room, and that started this whole, and then of course the nurses at the emergency room, they're walking, Brian, we really don't want you to leave. It's kind of fun having you around here. So, because we were just having fun. There's a lot of mean, nasty things that happen at the hospital. And then I had a cardiologist who was advocating for my care, Dr. Schwartz. He was awesome. He was advocating for my care. And there were a couple people that were just mad at him for the concept of how he was caring for me and taking care of me. And as I said to Dr. Schwartz, I said, thank you for advocating for me. I truly appreciate it. And so it is what it is. Um, I'm just going to go back to work. I've got a family that's counting on me getting their property on Westminster listed. And that's how my family makes some money as well, too. Lastly, and to some degree, I think that this is also important. I'm just at a good spot where I know that the people that I'm responsible for, if God was to call me, I feel really confident that the people that I'm responsible for are going to be okay. And that's another thing too. Because yeah, I've got a little bit of life insurance, nothing serious, but a little bit of life insurance. The house is finally paid off from hard work. Um, there's just, and I've got the team, quote unquote, if I end up needing to sell off a business unit or if I end up passing away, who steps in, and I've got that prepared already. So it's just natural. If you've got people that that you're responsible to, you better have a plan for them. So that's all good. I'm not going anywhere yet. I don't think. So that's another part of it too. I just keep moving. So I'm going to go over and get to work on Westminster here. I'll do a video when I'm over there as well too, so that you can see what Westminster's looking like. I think Westminster gets listed tomorrow. I have to check the paperwork. It'll probably be listed now. If it is tomorrow, it won't be listed until tomorrow's Thursday. It won't be listed until Friday. But that's all good too. So I got a little bit of time there. We did get going on Riverside Drive, got some stuff going there. We're going to get Westminster taken care of because it's first, and then we'll go back over to Riverside Drive. Trevor is off today. He's doing all of his college stuff today. And so he starts back again tomorrow. Terry and I will just be over at Westminster later on today. The last thing was Trevor. So yesterday it was fun because Trevor is looking for a part-time job. I can't keep him busy enough because I just don't have enough yet. And there's some things going on with Trevor as well, too. He's going to be taking on a little bit more responsibility with a lot of other things as time goes with us, too. So that's all good. But for now, he did apply to the post office over at a Shepherd's Drug Mart. So that manager called me yesterday. Hey, I was calling for the reference. I'm like, you can't have him. You know? She starts laughing. She said, what do you mean? I said, he's not available. He's not. You can't have him. He's mine. And she's like, well, yeah, but he said, I'm just teasing with you. Yes, okay, fine. He's his own person. That's good. And I know I'm not losing him by him getting another part-time job. It's just I don't have enough business for him right now. That's all good. And I'm not going to put him on salary, so he's going to need another job. So, but he applied for the post office over at a Shepherd's Drug Mart. And I'm like, I do a whole hell of a lot of shipping every day, and Trevor's the responsibility. The reason for that shipping, she said, what do you mean? I said, so I have an Etsy page, and Trevor does all of my back office stuff. He does all of my data entry. He does all my computer work. He does all of that. Oh, so he's got computer skills too. So of course he does. And she says, oh, that will be really, really good. And I said, yeah, he's not going to get flustered if there's a line of people as well too. He would be a good fit for working in the Shoppers Drug Mart post office. So chances are he has that job based upon that phone call yesterday. I don't know why anybody wouldn't hire somebody after talking to me and saying you can't have him, and he's impressed the hell. As I said to her, I said he's impressed the hell out of me. You can't have him, that type of thing. So it is all good. Trevor has decided to take his 5 real estate classes as well too, and that'll help me out as well. So Trevor's not going anywhere. It's just all part of his whole process in his life. And I've been very adamant that he has to step through the snow and make his own footprints. And so if working at Shoppers Drug Mart is going to be one of those footprints for him, that's okay, because it's no skin off my nose. He's not going anyplace. If anything, I'm going to end up having more and more and more work for him anyway as time goes on, because more of you will be calling me as well too. So it's all good. Thanks. I just wanted to let you know and share that with you. It's outside of my hands now. God's still here. God's still keeping me here. So let's go to work, Brian. It's what you know. Do the things you know. Am I a little tired? Sure, I'm a little tired. Could I go and take a nap right now? Sure, I could go and take a nap right now. But hey, there's work to do. There's families counting on me. So enjoy your day. I'm doing okay. And thank you for thinking about me. I truly appreciate it as well, too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.